ever seen a rare swallowtail butterfly? My next guest wants to make them a more common sight in the city. Clement is an adjunct professor at York University studying bee genomics. He's also the co-founder of Project Swallowtail. It's an initiative to get people to plant pollinator-friendly native plants, increasing habitat for butterflies in the swallowtail family. He's on the line right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
So describe the swallowtail family of butterflies to us.
Well, they're big, gorgeous butterflies, and on their hind wing, there's a little projection that sticks out, so it gives the rear wings a sort of forked swallow's tail appearance.
How rare is it to see these butterflies here in Toronto?
Well, they're a common species that I think everyone has seen, but the four that we're focusing on are quite unusual in Toronto. They are here, but pretty rare.
Okay. How did this Project Swallowtail come about?
Well, within my role as a bee researcher and with the horticultural societies, I've been working for years to get more habitat for pollinators, more pollinator gardens. And as we worked in one, we planted one in Stanley Park in downtown Toronto, and then one between High Park and Sororn last year, we ran into people from the World Wildlife Foundation who had similar ideas, and we joined forces this year to take it to a bigger area.
How does the project work?
Well, we're led by the World Wildlife Fund as part of their In the Zone campaign, which has this as a broader goal for native plants. But we're mostly focused on a neighborhood block-by-block organization. So we have people called block ambassadors who try and help their neighbors on their block get more native plants into their gardens.
Okay, what's the response been like from the neighborhood that you're doing this in?
It's great. We've got probably 150 people in our neighborhood signed up right now, but since we have just opened up our online store for getting the native plants, we'll be expecting that number to increase.
Okay. Now I understand that when setting up a project like this and working in a neighborhood, it's sort of a situation where the sum of this type of plant that will attract these and help these butterflies, the sum of them on the block is a bit greater than the individual strength of each spot.
Yeah, if you take a big butterfly like a swallowtail, it can fly a number of blocks, and it's not going to stop unless it perceives a critical density of what it's looking for. So if two neighbors have the same plant planted, it's much more likely to stop and use that as a egg-laying site for its things. And same thing is true for many bees.
Okay, so I'm assuming then trying to get a pretty decent concentration of this work done in each neighborhood. Now, sorry, go ahead.
No, and that's one reason we've restricted ourselves to the area between Bathurst and Runnymede and from the net down to the lake this year, is we wanted to get a higher concentration in that area to prove out the idea, and then we'll expand it to the rest of the city.
Now, I may have brushed over something here, but when you said these big, beautiful butterflies, maybe it's the alliteration or just the images that came to mind, I'm wondering more specifically what these butterflies look like. I don't know if I've ever seen one.
Well, the one that most people will have seen is the black swallowtail, which often comes to parsley and dill and other plants like that. It'd be about 3 or 4 inches in wingspan, and black with yellow stripes. And there are others that are black with iridescent blue on them, and there's others that are yellow with black markings.
Okay, I think I may have. I'm wondering if I've seen one in real life or just photos of them.
Yeah, if you go look on our Project Swallowtail website, you'll see pictures of them.
Okay, now this is not just an horticultural and conservation initiatives, but it's also community building, isn't it?
Yeah, this is something where we're trying to do polite ecology, so getting to that threshold where we bring the density of pollinators up so that the city is better, but it's a wonderful thing for bringing together a neighborhood. People really like to talk over their back fences when they're gardening.
Before I let you go, what are your hopes for the project moving forward?
Well, we're doing this over 3 years, and we're measuring the densities of the critical pollinators as we do that. And we're learning, of course, with the virus and so on, we've had to adjust how we get plants out to people. But we're hoping to learn what works and doesn't work and then turn it into a program that we can roll out to the rest of the city and pass on to other cities.
Well, thanks so much for telling us all about it this morning, Clement.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Clement Kent is the founder of Project Swallowtail. You can find out more at projectswallowtail.ca. You're listening to Metro Morning, and the CBC News is next.